Isaiah 26 verse 3. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Perfect peace might seem unreachable in a world full of chaos, but God promises it to those who fix their thoughts on Him. The storms may rage outside, but within your heart, there can be a divine calm. Trusting God doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means your foundation remains unshaken. When your mind is steadfast, focused on His truth, His love, His presence, you're anchored in a peace that surpasses understanding. It's the kind of peace that guards your mind from fear and your heart from despair. Tonight, quiet your thoughts and center them on Him. Breathe in His promises and exhale your anxieties. Every time your mind drifts to worry, gently return it to His word. He will keep you in peace, not just occasionally but perfectly when you trust Him. Let this be your rest. Not the absence of trouble, but the presence of the God who holds you through it. You're not abandoned. You're kept. And in that keeping, there is perfect peace. Hebrews 4 verses 15 to 16. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence. Jesus understands your pain. He walked among us, felt the sting of betrayal, the ache of loneliness, the crush of grief. You are never alone in your suffering because He empathizes with every tear, every sigh, every silent prayer. This verse invites you to approach, not with hesitation, but with confidence. His throne isn't one of judgment for the brokenhearted. It's a throne of grace, where mercy overflows and help is always available. You are welcome there, just as you are. So come boldly, even with trembling hands and a heavy heart. Lay your sorrows at His feet. There is no shame in your brokenness here, only healing. God's grace is not scarce. It abounds for you. Tonight, let this truth comfort you. There is a Savior who understands, a God who invites, and a throne that never closes its doors. Rest in His nearness, for He is your high priest, and He welcomes your presence in His. Psalm 42 verse 11. Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me? Put your hope in God. When your soul feels weighed down and your heart echoes with sorrow, the psalmist's words become your own. This verse acknowledges the inner struggle, the emotional turbulence that comes when life feels overwhelming. But it doesn't stop at despair. It speaks back to the sorrow with hope. It encourages a redirection of the heart, turning from the weight of circumstances to the steadfast hope found in God. This is not about pretending everything is okay, but about choosing to trust in the one who holds tomorrow. God is not distant from your sadness. He meets you in it, and in that meeting, He offers you hope that heals and lifts. Let your soul speak honestly before Him. Pour out your confusion, your questions, your fatigue, but then gently lead your heart to trust again. Put your hope in God, not because everything has changed, but because He never changes. Tonight, as you lie in silence, speak hope to your weary soul and let God be the anchor that steadies you in the storm. Psalm 147 verse 3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This promise is as tender as it is powerful. God is a healer of hearts. He doesn't just acknowledge your pain. He moves toward it with healing in His hands. Your wounds are not invisible to Him. Every heartbreak, every loss, every moment of despair has His attention. and unlike anyone else, He has the power to restore what was shattered and bind up what was bleeding. His healing may not always come the way we expect, but it always comes wrapped in love and purpose. Tonight, invite Him to your broken places. Let Him gently bind the wounds you've carried for far too long. There is no injury too deep, no pain too great for His healing touch. As you rest, imagine Him kneeling beside you, tenderly wrapping your heart with His peace and whispering, "I see you. I'm healing you. You are not abandoned in your brokenness. You are in the hands of the great healer, and He is making all things new." Isaiah 41 verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you. Fear has a way of creeping in when the world grows quiet, especially in the solitude of night. But God's words in Isaiah bring a bold assurance. Do not fear, for I am with you. His presence is the antidote to fear. He doesn't simply command us not to be afraid. He gives us the reason why we don't have to be. He is with us, not far off, not watching from a distance, but right there, strengthening, helping, holding us up with His righteous hand. Tonight, let this promise wrap around you like a warm blanket. You are not facing the darkness alone. You don't have to carry the weight of uncertainty or sorrow by yourself. God is beside you, infusing you with strength and surrounding you with divine help. Lean into His presence. Rest in the reality that the one who commands the universe is holding you tonight. You are safe, you are seen, and you are never alone. Revelation 21 verse 4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. This verse points us forward to a hope so profound it eclipses every earthly sorrow. One day, every tear you've cried will be wiped away by the hand of God Himself. The pain you've endured, the mourning you've walked through, and the suffering you've known will give way to eternal joy and restoration. It's not a fairy tale. It's the promise of your future. And even now, that hope can shine like a beacon through the night, reminding you that your story doesn't end in brokenness. Let this truth lull you to sleep. Every pain you carry will one day be undone. The tears you shed tonight will not go unnoticed. They are precious to God, and He holds them close, promising that one day there will be no more need for them. In His presence, there is fullness of joy, not just in the future, but glimpsed even now in the comfort of His Spirit. Matthew 5 verse 4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Mourning may feel like a lonely road, but Jesus assures us it is one that leads to divine comfort. This verse flips our understanding upside down, declaring that those who weep are actually blessed. Why? Because they draw the attention and nearness of God in a special way. The world might see mourning as weakness or defeat, but heaven sees it as sacred ground, where God comes close to cradle the hurting and offer His embrace. If you are mourning tonight, over loss, broken dreams, or the ache of a weary heart, know that you are not forsaken. You are walking the very path where God has promised to meet you. His comfort is not a vague idea. It's real, personal, and powerful. It may come through a verse, a whisper in prayer, or a peace that settles in your soul. Let Jesus speak comfort over your sorrow. You are not forgotten. You are blessed even in your tears, for God Himself is near. Romans 8 verse 18. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Sometimes the pain we feel is so sharp and persistent that it blinds us to the hope ahead. But Paul, who knew deep suffering, reminds us that what we endure now is temporary, and it pales in comparison to the eternal glory God is preparing for us. This verse shifts our gaze beyond the now and lifts our hearts to the hope of future joy. It's not a dismissal of your suffering. It's a promise that it has purpose, and it will end in glory. Let these words reframe your sorrow tonight. You are not suffering in vain. Every tear, every ache, every unanswered prayer is being woven into a future beyond imagining. God is preparing something glorious in you and for you. As you rest tonight, release your heart into His hands. He sees the weight you're carrying, and He's reminding you, glory is coming. And when it arrives, it will far outweigh the heaviness of now. Isaiah 43, verse 2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. The promise is not that we will avoid deep waters or raging fires, but that we won't face them alone. God doesn't say if you pass through them, but when, because storms are part of life. Yet His assurance is unwavering. I will be with you. That presence, that unwavering companionship, makes all the difference. No flood can drown you. No flame can consume you when God is walking beside you. So as you face your own waters tonight, whether grief, anxiety, or loneliness, remember you're not going under. His nearness is your safety. He's walking with you through the pain, guiding you through the uncertainty. And though you may feel overwhelmed, you are never out of His reach. His presence is not passive, it's powerful. Take comfort. He walks with you, carries you, and will bring you safely to the other side. Nahum 1 verse 7. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in Him. In seasons of loss and heartbreak, when the world feels unsafe and uncertain, we need a refuge, a place where our hearts can hide. This verse tells us that the Lord is not just a refuge. He is good. In Him there is no shadow, no betrayal, no failing. When you trust Him, you step into the safest place on earth, His care. His heart is tender toward those who trust in Him. Tonight, run into that refuge. Let His goodness wrap around your soul and shield you from the howling winds of fear and sorrow. Trust doesn't mean you have all the answers, it means you rest in the One who does. His goodness will hold you, His care will comfort you. You are not forgotten in your trouble. You are cherished, protected, and deeply cared for. 2 Corinthians 1 verses 3 to 4. The Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles. God is not just a distant ruler. He is the Father of compassion. He feels what you feel. He draws near when you're hurting and offers a kind of comfort that goes beyond words. This verse reminds us that comfort is His nature. He meets us in all our troubles, and from the overflow of that comfort, we're empowered to comfort others. As you lean into His presence tonight, know that He's not just aware of your pain, He's attending to it. He's whispering healing, pouring grace over your wounds, and reminding you that you are never alone. Let His compassion soften the edges of your grief. Let His comfort be the pillow you rest on tonight. And when healing flows through you, you will carry that same comfort to others who are broken, becoming a vessel of His healing love. Psalm 34 verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This verse is a beacon for the weary. God is not repelled by our brokenness. He is drawn to it. When your heart feels shattered, when your spirit feels too weak to continue, this promise stands firm. The Lord is near. He doesn't stand at a distance, waiting for you to recover. He comes close, nearer than breath, to save and to sustain. If tonight finds you crushed in spirit, know that God is leaning in. He's not waiting for you to pull yourself together. He's present now in the fragments, in the tears. His nearness is your healing. Let your heart be still and sense His closeness. Even if you feel nothing, declare His truth. God is near. Your brokenness is not the end of the story. It's the place where His love will be most powerfully revealed. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. The Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. One of the greatest fears in heartbreak is abandonment. But here, God makes a covenant promise. He will never leave you. He not only walks with you, He goes before you. He's already in the place you're heading, preparing peace, strength, and provision. You will not be alone. His presence surrounds you behind, beside, and ahead. Tonight, let this promise be your rest. You are not stepping into the unknown. God is already there. Whatever you're dreading, whatever you fear, He has already made a way. And He will walk every step with you. So don't be afraid. Rest knowing that the one who holds the future walks before you, and the one who loves you beyond words will never let you go. John 14 verse 27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Jesus knew the turmoil His followers would face. So He gave them a gift, His peace, not the world's fleeting comfort, but a peace rooted in eternal truth and unshakable presence. This peace doesn't mean trouble disappears, but it means our hearts can be calm even when the storm rages outside. Let His peace fill your room tonight. Quiet your racing thoughts and troubled heart by receiving His gift. You don't have to earn it. Just receive it. Breathe deeply. Let go. Let His peace wash over you like gentle waves, softening every hard corner of your soul. You are safe in Him. Let not your heart be troubled. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, is here. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. Even in the bleakest moments, God's love stands firm. Jeremiah wrote these words in a time of deep sorrow, yet found hope in the unshakable truth that God's compassion never runs out. Every day, His mercy is renewed like the sunrise, faithful and fresh, no matter what yesterday held. Let this promise wrap around your heart tonight. You are not consumed. You are not forgotten. God's mercy meets you anew even now. His compassions are enough for today's grief and tomorrow's uncertainties. Rest in His love. Know that as you sleep, the morning will come, and with it, mercy, strength, and a fresh reminder that you are held by a faithful God. Zephaniah 3 verse 17. The Lord your God is with you. He will take great delight in you. In His love He will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. Imagine this, the God of heaven singing over you, not just tolerating you or watching from afar, but delighting in you. This verse paints a picture of intimate joy and overwhelming love. In your pain, He rejoices over you. In your sorrow, He surrounds you with love that silences every shame and fear. Tonight, hear the divine lullaby over your life. Let it quiet the voices of regret, failure, and sorrow. God is with you right here, right now, and He delights in you, even in your brokenness. His love is not reserved for your best days. It's singing over you on your worst. Rest in the warmth of His joy and the beauty of being deeply, eternally loved. Proverbs 18 verse 10. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. There is safety in God's name, His character, His promises, His power. Like a strong tower in a storm, His name offers security when the winds of grief threaten to break you. This verse invites you to run, not walk, to Him. When life shakes you, God is your shelter. Let His name be your stronghold tonight. Whisper it in the dark. Call on Him when fear creeps in. You are not exposed or abandoned. You are safe in Him. His name covers you, guards you, and lifts you. Run to that tower with all your heart and rest in the safety only He can give. Psalm 30 verse 5. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Grief can feel endless in the silence of the night. When the world sleeps, our pain often speaks the loudest. But God's word brings a radiant hope. Though sorrow lingers through the night, it is not eternal. Morning is coming. With the rising sun, God's joy begins to rise too. The pain may be present now, but it will not last forever. There is a dawn designed just for you. So hold on, beloved. Cling to this promise when your heart aches. Cry if you must, but know that each tear waters the soil of joy to come. Your weeping will give way to laughter. Your mourning will be exchanged for dancing. God is not finished with your story. He's preparing a new chapter with light, love, and hope. Rest in the certainty that morning always comes for those who wait upon the Lord. Psalm 147 verse 3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This verse captures the tender compassion of our God. He doesn't just observe pain from a distance. He heals it personally. Like a loving physician, He binds wounds, one by one. No heart is too shattered, no grief too deep. God's healing is intentional, precise, and intimate. His hands are never too full for your pain, and His heart is never too distant to feel what you feel. Tonight, lay your brokenness before Him. Let Him begin His work, not rushing, not judging, but gently restoring you. Trust that He knows exactly where you hurt. Even the wounds you cannot express in words, He understands. The healer is near, and He has not forgotten you. Each moment in His presence is a stitch of restoration, a balm for your soul, and a promise that you will be whole again.